Hello, I'm Kenny McMillan, and welcome to Tool Talk. Today on Tool Talk, we are talking about the Steadicam Air Monopod. They came out with this in 2018, but I never got to play with one because they were a little expensive at the time and I couldn't convince anyone to give me one, but here we are now. To start, the highlight feature of the Steadicam Air is, of course, the gas-assisted riser mechanism. Functionally, it's just a little pedal at the bottom by your foot that when you want to go up, just press it, goes up. When you want to collapse it, it collapses down like that with a little bit of effort, but that's probably for the best. The second stage here is just standard little kind of friction screw mount, which luckily is close to the top here so that when you're, you don't have to bend down or whatever to get access to it. It's nice and easy down there. The name of the game with this type of thing is to be able to move as quickly as possible and not have to throw the camera around to extend the segments or take a knee to get to the lower ones or anything like that. It should just be nice and easy to use while you're standing, which I did find to be the case. Fully extended, it's eye to eye with my girlfriend at 5'2" and collapses down to a very reasonable 28 inches here. The body is made out of carbon fiber and weighs 3.5 pounds, which feels a little bottom heavy until you put a camera on top due to the large little footy down here and the metal fittings and whatnot. Probably a little gas mechanism. I was wondering why Tiffen released this thing under the Steadicam brand, but for a laugh, I started using it like a Steadicam or like a stabilizer on the last shoot I did, and come to find out it kind of works that way. The way it's built, like I said, it's a little bottom heavy, so when you put a camera on top, the way the weight gets distributed, it kind of behaves somewhat like a traditional stabilizer, which I found interesting. Obviously, it's not rock steady, and that's probably not what it's for, but it takes a ton of the movement out of your hands and gives the camera a much more stable, cinematic look than if you were strictly handheld. And it's light enough that it's not tiring. I was shooting like that, focusing on the Blackmagic 6K with this. In terms of features, beyond the foot pedal, it's pretty bare bones, but you can swap out the 1/4" 20 screw for a 3/8 just by flipping it around for direct connections to your camera or to a tripod head or something like that. And overall feels incredibly sturdy with absolutely no wiggle at all. I did have a great experience using this thing. For years now, I've used this monopod, which has served me well, even when all the foam and rubber bits have fallen off and I've had to tape them up. But it definitely isn't the sturdiest, especially with this thin metal piece. But it has held more weight than it's rated for, but still not great. As I shoot mostly handheld, with this thing, or in general, but with this thing, I'm constantly changing weights all the time. If I want to get down low real quick. A lot of dynamic situations, and you're just doing this stupid thing and then pulling the camera up and closing it down, and that's not the right height, and yada yada. You're just doing it over and over and over again, and you're up and down and up, and it's not the best. I've always wished all the connections were right here. But with the Air, I just push the little pedal and by my foot, and you're done. Sometimes you extend the second segment, but it's like I said, it's up there, so it's not that difficult. My back was thankful. And like I said, the added stability when you're handheld, where you just pick it up and start walking with it, is a nice bonus. And let me get a few shots that I wouldn't have otherwise even tried to get, like walk and talks and whatnot. And it, like I said, worked. When you're expecting handheld, that is a big upgrade. If you're a big handheld or monopod person, I'd strongly recommend checking this thing out. It's definitely one of my favorite accessories among all the things that I've tested so far. Mostly because I'm a monopod guy and, it fits the way I shoot perfectly, so you get excited when you see those things. The price for one of these is about $400 it looks online, at least for the 15 model here, the 15-pound rated one, which does put it in the premium pricing category, but when it's literally the top of the line, you kind of expect that. I can't point to a better choice, but then again, I haven't seen every monopod on the market. But for my money, that it's got to be the best one, So easy, works for you, probably could carry more than 15 pounds. Well, I guess you're up against the gas mechanism. But in any case, love this little guy, big guy, heavy guy, whatever it is. But that's it for me. So I'm Kenny McMillan. Thank you for watching Tool Talk. Please join us again next time when we will talk about something else. I was recording audio that time.